Hey there, I'm Robert Remigio and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you is in good shape as you go through this lecture video. And if you like the way the details were discussed in this video, please don't forget to share and like this video, leave your impression on the comment section, and hit the bell notifications to get updates on the succeeding lectures that we will be uploading, and click subscribe. And now, get your pen and notes, wear your headphones, and grab a snack if you want, and let's start our video lecture. Ready? And go! Hello everyone, let's continue our discussion on the spiritual self topic in this second part video discussion. In the traditional understanding of Filipinos, although the soul and spirit are sometimes used interchangeably, the soul is interpreted differently, and according to Demetrio, our kaluluwa or kararwa or kadkadwa all came from the root word duwa, meaning two. Two because the soul has two existence, one that is connected to human body and its life, and the other spiritual where it exists on its own. The Ilocano kadkadwa is derived from the word kadwa, meaning companion, and doubling the word with kad further intensifies the nature of companionship in a constant companionship or an inseparable partner. Kaluluwa for the Tagalog pertains to the soul of the dead person as according to Hokano, and kakambal will pertain to the soul of a living person, or malay, or consciousness. That soul that gives us the capacity to think, reason, learn, and to have a willpower, and while sleeping, our kakambal may travel outside our body and may encounter trouble, which causes us to experience what we call bangungot. In the belief of the Bukidnons, the soul or the makatu already exists before a child's birth, but that is separate from its body. In a pregnancy ritual, a miniature cradle is hung over the place where the pregnant mother sleeps, and the miniature cradle is where the soul of the unborn baby is supposed to sleep before it joins the infant at birth. As discussed, Ilocano termed the soul as kararwa or kadkadwa. According to Lianes, kararwa is one of the four souls animating the body in the beliefs of the Ilocanos, and kararwa is that soul that can only live after death, while the karkarma can leave the body when this is actually frightened, or this can be stolen when one goes into an unfamiliar or isolated places. And karkarma needs to return to our body, or else a person may encounter what we call in Ilocano amling, or might go insane. Thus, when this happens, sacrifices and attendant ceremonies are held to lure back a karkarma. And usually, when we go to an isolated places, Ilocano would call the karkarma in order for it not to get left behind, like the phrase, Makan Jose Madika Agbatbati. Aniwaas, on the other hand, can leave the body during sleep and visits those places where the owner is frequently visiting. Like the karkarma, a person might also go insane when it fails to return. The ararya is the liberated soul of the dead. It is the soul that comes down to earth to visit the family or friends or relatives. The dungan for the Ilonggos and Visayans sometimes comes out of the body and takes on a visible form such as that of an insect like a housefly or a lizard, and voluntarily leaves the body when asleep. That is why lolas are always telling their children to eat, even just a little, before going to bed. For if the child's dungan gets hungry at night, it might go to the pot of rice in the kitchen and be mistaken for an insect and be killed. Since the dungan voluntarily leaves the body while a person is sleeping, it is very important not to awaken the person abruptly. Instead, wake the person slowly with a soft voice to give the dungan a chance to return to the body. Also, dungan is usually weak during birth. That is why babies are so much susceptible to usog, especially when the person holding the baby got a strong dungan, which is also applicable to people who has weaker dungan. The secondary meaning of dungan is actually willpower, and people with strong dungan has the capacity to persuade people with weaker one. Another reason why the dungan leaves the body is when the body experiences maltreatment. Thus, ritual to call back the dungan is conducted like the rituals of Ilocano also. On the other hand, kalag usually leaves the baby via our ears, or it leaves the body via our ears, nose, eyes, and other orifices, and eventually goes with the air or the wind towards the upper regions where it waits until it can find another body to enter. And to be sure that the kalag will go to its final destination, the rite patulod is performed on the third day after the burial of the person. But visits may also happen when the kalag has some messages to be told to the living. More will be discussed on our next video discussion for the spiritual self topic.